10 years to get to this point. I used to DJ at the pubs in Dundee, and now I'm DJing at the biggest venue here. Oh my God. Looks how I imagined it, so that's a good thing. I've been feeling really nervous on the lead up to this show. Just, it's been a bit stressful, nerve-wracking. Feels so mad standing up here. Got to be looking out onto a sea of people that are hopeful, going crazy. It'll be overwhelming but exciting at the same time. The first female electronic artist to play in the Caird Hall, and that's mad to me. It's like making history in my home city. I grew up in Dundee. I was born here. My mum and dad had me when they were 17 years old, so they were still really young themselves. They were basically still raving back then, still are now, but like they were in the prime 90s raving days. Like they were definitely still partying all through my childhood. Dance music was always on in the house growing up. The tunes were always blasting. Like I would steal my mum's CDs to go to my friends' parties and stuff, like it was house parties then. Tiesto, In Search of Sunrise, I always remember this one, definitely. Tiesto's a legend. Yes. Ministry of Sound, the Annual. Does it bring it back to your raving days?
Yes.
Like, did you used to listen to them before you went out?
Before we went out, and
Yeah.
when we come home as well. Yes. Yeah, I feel super proud when I go to Hannah's gigs. I'm just like, oh, that's my daughter. I've only been allowed backstage once.
Because you and your friends are absolute chaos when you're out. But what do you prefer, backstage or the crowd? Tell them.
I do prefer the crowd.
Exactly.
Yeah, the crowd, that's where you want to be, yeah.
When I got booked to play in Glasgow, you had to sell tickets to get to play. So for me to sell tickets in Glasgow meant if I wanted anyone to come, I'd have to run the bus. So I used to sell the tickets and then run the buses from Dundee, and the buses were absolutely nuts. So we used to have like a 50-seater bus going from Dundee, and then I would sell the ticket and the bus as a package. It would usually be like a big DJ in the main room, then I would be in the side room. By the end, I was getting to play in the main room with these big DJs. So over the years, like it did pay off. The whole time that I was DJing, I was a dental nurse. And each time I would do a season, I would just leave my job and hope for the best and get a job when I come back. And I always managed. So I'd be dental nursing in the winter and doing Ibiza season in summer, and just come back and get a new job. I think I worked in something like 8 or 9 different dental practices in the 10 years because I was just going back and forward because I needed to. The last year doing dentistry was leading up to me going into music full time, so I was really busy, obviously touring in the studio. All my colleagues and my boss were so supportive in letting me pursue music.
Hey,
Hi.
look who it is.
Good, how are you? Yeah, good mate. Good.
Back in town. How are you, mate?
See
Took a
you.
while for me to realise how much she had going on in the background, to be honest, because she just came in, did a job really well and cracked on.
You wouldn't know she'd been out all weekend. That was one thing I made sure that I was always on time, and I never ever phoned in sick just because, well, one, everybody knew what I was doing at the weekend, and two, they were really supportive of what I'd done, so the least I can do is actually come into work. Yeah, it was mad, just like being out here, there and everywhere at the weekend and straight back in here on a Monday like nothing had happened. It was a bit surreal. Sleep in these chairs during my lunch break, like put them back and then go for a sleep. I'd done an interview with the BBC, like I was sitting in the surgery upstairs, got my scrubs on and my mask, and it's like on the BBC. Yeah, during my lunch, yeah.
Come on, Hannah.
Yeah.
I've got a patient waiting.
I know.
Oh, wait a minute, just a minute.
Yeah, so no, it was things like that, and then it was like the day before I was playing at Creamfields, prepping my set through there in the surgery. When Hannah told me she was handed in her notice, I was really overwhelmed and emotional because I was like, we've waited for this like your whole life basically, and now this is you, way to do your dream job full time. Mad.